Namaste. Thank you for giving this opportunity to be part of this program on distribution of degree students of masters for MBA and MCA. Nehru Group of Institutions has got an independent department on information technology and management. I was blessed to be part of this. This is my first visit in the Nehru Groups. I found that good ambience, and it's glad to know that most of the students, I think all of them got placed in many best companies in India. I wish all the masters, both MBA and MCA, graduated today, all the best wishes.
Grammatary, mapping, image processing and imagery analysis, knowledge management, technology management, program and project management, has a vast experience in teaching, and till date, right from 1986, he's in the teaching program. He always wants to teach. In the boardroom also, I was talking about TPS, I was talking about his interest about the passion of teaching. DrTPS, a space scientist on ADRI. It's an advanced data processing research institute. Department of Space, Secunderabad, Ahmedabad, Program Planning and Project Management at ISRO headquarters, Bangalore. During the year 1994 to 2000, DrTPS was in charge of organization development, training cell, and conducted many training sessions for engineers and scientists. In the year 2005 to 2007, served as a director academic staff college and trained many teachers on skills in developing e-content for multimedia aided teaching and learning. Between 2007 and 2009, conducted training sessions for defense and police officers on image processing, GIS applications of space data. DrTPS is a great innovator and creator who has made a sea change in the learning of 90 children from the lowest social stratum. DrTPS is a visionary thought leader with the Gurukula style of life, long mentoring like a traditional Acharya. Under Shiksha as a managing director, conducted many special sessions for youth on empowerment and career building. Youth sessions conducted at Rinjila Kuda, Thrissur, Mehdipattanam, Gurdwara, Golconda Fort, Bohangir Fort. Single class with 3,000 teachers and 3,400 students are a rare and very unique. Since 2013, conducted residential Jananam camps for both students of India and abroad. Visitors had live experience of village atmosphere in a 200-year-old home, discussing subjects covering international, technological to learn and learning beyond limits. Dr. T.P. Sashikumar has published books like Life Made Simple, Life of Love, Principles and Pedagogy for E-Web and Adaptive Learning, Rising of India by the Race of India, Life is to Live, Emotional Intelligence, and 7 other books in Malayalam. Published more than 30 papers in National Journal and more than 100 technical reports. What more to speak rather than his experience, and now full-fledged spiritual and motivational speaker. Very humble, soft-spoken, and words are very sharp. Let us listen from an experienced thought person. With all these words, now I present the chief guest and wishing you all the very best. I invite our chief guest, Dr. T.P. Sashikumar, space scientist, educationist and spiritual leader, to address the candidates.
Namaskar. Namaskar. Is it that when you put the gown you have to be very serious? Or you can't smile or what? But you can smile, no? Yes or no? Looks you are not very happy with your certificates to get, or you are thinking about the boring pre-programs like speeches like this. Yes or no? You don't like, but you have to suffer, nothing in return. Because we enjoy and you suffer. That is business, correct? Yes or no? Yes, agree. We were discussing, this is called the management department, right? How many of you are management students? All of you. But your degree is what? What degree you are going to get? What is the full form? What is management? So I wrote a book, Life Made Simple, in which I wrote administration is higher than management. You understood? Administration is higher than management. Don't worry, MCA. I started MCA first, then MBA. I had a lot of students. Probably I must have graded more than 150 MCA students in projects. The training which I started in my office gave projects for MCA. Most of them are senior scientists now. So soon after that I took them into my office. So administration is a higher job. Administration is pull resources. You must be able to pull resources and then distribute. That's administration. Collector is called a district administrator. Right? He doesn't have a budget, but he has to find problems and then pull resources from the government. That is his job. So administration is a higher job. Unfortunately, traditionally it was called like accounts controller. They are supposed to control, don't give. Then what was told is, you don't know how to do, somehow manage it. That's what is management. If I have got 10 guests at home, I don't know how to cook, what do? I manage cooking and then get something from somewhere, then somehow feed it. That's management. So don't ever do management. That was when resources are not available. Now when you can pull resources, what you do is called administration. Right? I don't know, one of the most favorite programs which I love to do is the computer related management, if at all you wanted to call it as management, because their computer is operating, individual have nothing. What is given to computer only it can do. So when it is done through computer, it becomes MCA, and that is what is probably connecting both of you. Today supply chain cannot be done by human. I have got students who are into large data. Yesterday I was teaching about design thinking. How do you plan your life so smooth that the user becomes so comfortable? That's what is design thinking. You have no problems. So how well you can have applications where the user is not confused. So yesterday I was showing the floppy disk. You must not have seen. When we were using it, it was called the floppy disk. Have you seen the floppy disk picture anywhere? Huh? Have you ever used PowerPoint? Have you seen the save button there? What is the picture there? That is floppy disk. Actually the storing disk always is like a circle, because inside if you open it, if you have not seen, open a floppy disk and then see you the disk inside. That's a magnetic tape. Every circle can be encompassed by a square, but floppy is not a square, it's a rectangle. The reason is, if you have square, 8 different ways you can insert it, right? If you make a rectangle, 4 mistakes are reduced. You understood? That's called a design. One of the most advanced computer subject today is design thinking. I have got students who are studying in MIT with a full scholarship, no fees. And the first task given is MIT's website is given to my student, because she developed my website. I am a very tough master. What do I do? Every day I ask corrections. I ask them. So during the study itself, they completed my website development. Today it may be very simple because you have a lot of callable routines. Those days it was not that simple. I started working with the computers when we didn't have a window display. Only 8-bit display, no color also. And I migrated from, probably that time there was no CAD software available in Hyderabad. So I went to Bombay to study. I was telling, we didn't have an MCA program in Cochin University, where I did my masters, we had only PG diploma in operation research and computer science applications. That's because enough computer application knowledge was not there to teach for 6 months. Only we had 6 or 7 books. I started doing computer programming in 1984. We had a VAX 11 by 780. It's like the big fridge which you have in your house, right? And that was the hard disk inside the room, and then we have to sit 20 feet away because that has to be in 16 degree and we sit at 24 degree. Last year, almost the same day. Today is 8th. 6th October, I was there in Bloomington in America in one of the best MBA colleges, which is called the Kelly School. So I was there in Kelly School, and they have got a Blooming Center. I have seen the VAX 11 by 780 is kept in archives to show this is how the traditional computer was. Right? So you can imagine how fast hardware changes. How many times you must have changed your phones? Many times, right? But the software inside always ported. That means hardware changes faster, software changes little slower, and your contact numbers, even if software changes, many times you update your app, but still contact number remains same. That means information remains same, right? So what is the power of all of us? Information. Data is more important. Data must be portable, otherwise you will not change that phone. You want a data portability. One of the biggest problem is that how do you manage data? I have got more than 1 lakh of contacts here. More than 1 lakh. And it's nearly 1,000 messages every day. Indian Express wrote about me that I am the WhatsApp guru because I solve problems of people. I am a psychotherapist, so I solve problems of people like that. On WhatsApp only I do. I am here because Bhuvaneshwari, one of your faculty member, was attending my webinar, and that's our contact. And we have got music programs in which people from Argentina learns Tamil songs, and we learn their language. So Dr. COVID, Professor COVID was a great blessing actually. It was not a trouble. New experience comes. Right? You have to get into toughest situation so that you will become much stronger. Don't look for a comfortable. Many people love comfort zones. Never. I am one of the worst student probably in my childhood. I was thrown out of a school being the worst student when I was in 8th grade. I am only a second class. In 10th as well as in 12th. But same school called me to give awards to the A+ students. I said, see the poor students, they have to get prize from somebody who was a failure. Understood? So your credentials of academics have no value. But I have taught all the subjects, including biotechnology, nanotechnology. I remember Nehru started the first aerodynamics and avionics, aviation. I am a specialist in that subject because my subject is fluid mechanics. So aerofoil sectioning, Minkowski equations are all I can write even today and then teach. Because that's mathematics and equations are like playing items for me. So you have knowledge, you become most powerful. What is the difference between human being and an animal? What makes you extra? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maithunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nranam, Pashunam, Nanam, Naranam, Adiko, Vishesho, Nane, Bihina, Pashubisaman. Anything you understood? Yeah, very good, wonderful. Because that's not our mother tongue or other tongue, right? Aharam you understood, right? Nidra, that is more. Aharam is also more. Bhayam, much more. Maidhulam, yeah, Maidhulam is sex. You keep on dreaming. Enjoy. This is equal for animal and human being when this poetry was written. Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maidhunani, Samani, Chaitani, Nranam, Pashuna. Pashu is animal, Nranam, human being. Jnanam Naranam Adigo Vishesho. Knowledge is extra to human being. Not certificates. Not information. Not data.
When you analyze it, have you ever thought about MBA full form? Why we are called management, though there is no word like that. Did you? And all of your bachelors, right? You had a bachelor degree or what? Did you ever thought about why I am called a bachelor? I am a bachelor of mathematics. I am a bachelor of law. What is bachelor means? Never thought, right? Brahmachari. So I am a brahmachari in mathematics. What does it mean? Brahmam is my creativity. Brahma's wife is Saraswati. So when creativity is there, Hridaya Guhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. All my thoughts goes into mathematics for 3 years. Then I become fit to become master of mathematics. Think, really did your thoughts were in your subject or something else? Definitely something else, right? Many educational institutions, I must have seen thousands of engineering colleges. They all keep saying that we have good campus selection. I said, yeah, that happens. As soon as they join, a girl selects a boy and boy selects a girl, and that's campus selection, right? Right? Think, are you really fit with all the knowledge what you have? If not, no problem. Acharyat Padamadate. From Acharya, not normal teachers, who practice what they speak. I practice what they speak. I speak. Acharyat Padamadate, Padam Shishya Swamedhaya. You have to learn by yourself. Padam is 1/4. Padam sa Brahmacharibhya. Along with, again Brahma is coming, Brahmachari. Whoever is with you, with them, you learn. Padam Kalakramenacha. 75% is there, you are a good student. Rest experience of life. So from now onwards, you have to experience and get to 25%. Have you ever heard this sloka anywhere in your life? No? Everybody is doing like this. Now you will say like this soon after. Have you ever seen 3 Idiots movie? In that, have you seen somebody standing on the podium and chanting, everybody laughed, you also laughed? And that chanting was this. But it was all with full mistakes. The original one is Acharyat Padamadatte, Padam Shishya Swamedaya, Padam Sa Brahmacharibhya, Padam Kalakramenacha. In Kerala, once I went, I am from Kerala, so once I went, I told the Acharya will give you quarter. Ah, wonderful Acharya. He gives quarter. And the rest quarter, I have to take myself. The next quarter with my company. And after the quarter, if I can stand, otherwise I'll fall. So you have to become a real person who understands LIFE. All my books are with, most of my books are with LIFE. I love, people ask what is your subject? I said LIFE. What's my subject? Live in full enjoyment. No, not for, now you are out from studies, but no. I did after my MSc, I did PhD, I did my LLB, I did my MBA, I did my MS. I never stopped studying. After that, I did my MA philosophy also. Yesterday, I met a philosophy family. I am one of the member. So I went to an old man. He was thinking I was a philosophy professor because I spoke on most of the philosophy platforms in India. Indian Council of Philosophical Research. DrTPS is known there. Indian Council of Historical Research. I am known there. Every subject is our subject. Right? Like if you are a swimmer, you can swim on many swimming pools, right? You know driving, you can drive on. Now you became a master of one subject. There is an old proverb. What is that? Jack of all trades, master of none. I keep reframing all the proverbs. I keep saying, master of one, now you can become jack of all trades. Now you have got a master degree, right, with you? Now what you should do? Don't stop. Branch out into different fields. I am sure you can see wonders. Everyone who gets a PhD gets Doctor of Philosophy, whichever subject you are. Why? You can establish your thoughts in writings which somebody else can understand. That's philosophy. So you must be a good writer. You must be a good orator. You must be able to speak on many things. You must learn as much as you can. Communication skill is not blah blah blah. Communication skill is tough inside you. So I wish masters is not to stop studying and then go with, yeah, I am a master now. No. You have to become master's master and have mastery in many of the subjects. And I will tell you, nothing comes to you. Udyameneva siddhyandi karyanina manorathai. Thinking that I want. Somebody will ask, what are you doing? I am thinking what to do. Think and become tank. You don't do anything. Right? Udyameneva siddhyandi. I want, nothing will come to you. Karyanina manorathai. Nehi suptasya simhasya pravishyanti mukhe mrgaha. Do you think a lion will open the cave and say, let something come, then I will eat? What it does? It hunts, right? So it's time for you to hunt. Never ever get satisfied in your life. What is that? Never ever get satisfied in your house. House also. Don't get satisfied with your relatives. I keep saying, you should not get satisfied with your girlfriend, wife, everybody. You must change them. Change them to improve. Don't change them. That you do last. Try to change them. If they don't change what you do, change them. As simple as that. Got it? You must have the ability to change people around you. That human beings only have. No animal will sit like this to listen to an animal. If you are able to listen and enjoy, that means you are a human being. I can go on and on, but I know that this is not the time. God bless you. Ishwara Nigrahanda. Let you have many more such degrees in your life. Right? Don't frame this and keep in your house. Because if at all you make some other space for a better degree and higher degree and greater degree in your life. Fine? And that should be your attitude. Learning as much as you can. Because life is not to live in full enjoyment. Learn in full enjoyment. Don't Google, you will not get. If at all you Google, type DrTPS, DrTPS, you will get this. That's my patent. Okay? Learning is an investment for future earning. When you learn, you have spelling Learn and you have to put a L board. Correct? After learning, what do? Remove the L board. So what you will get? Word. Karagre vasate Lakshmi. In your hand only your money is there. Karamadhye Saraswati. Just behind you should have Saraswati. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Karamule Sthita Gauri. You should have sufficient knowledge. Physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual. Fivefold development. That's what I do. Acquire as much as you can in your life so that you can show wonders. And get back. You say that, which is your institution? You say Nehru, right? Yes or no? Do you have a shareholder here or what? But still you will say, my mother, my father, my wife, my husband. That's a belongingness. So I am sure all of you should get into the highest positions and then come back to this place to tell your juniors that we have shown wonders, we have done wonders. Right? And that will come only when you don't do hard work, do smart work. Hard work is hitting the same stone many times. No. Turn around and then see where to hit so that you will break with one hit. So, wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. Have many more greater and greater steps ahead in your life to conquer knowledge so that you become so powerful. Thank you. I must thank management, principal, committee through Bhuvaneshwari for introducing me to, though I must have gone thousands of institutions, I kept on going to that Das hospital many times. And I worked in your management trustees village, same place. Alatur, I was there at least 1.5 to 2 years. But we are meeting now. At least we are meeting now, right? That's something great.